Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit here in Bahrain for round 5 of 7GR's Tier 1. We're in for a good race tonight, hopefully. First time in 4 races that we're, I think, around the desert. We should actually hopefully be in for a dry race. Not that we complain about the rain, but when you have it 3 races in a row, it can be a bit, takes the specialness away from it. We've got a few bit of admin to do. We've got a few reserves in tonight, as a couple of the Tier 1 lads couldn't make it tonight. So Vince David is making his return. He is replacing Safe Master tonight. Podgy Porter, he's in. He is replacing Fitz. Rob is replacing Perfect Paulie. Dylan is replacing Getsuga. Fozzie is replacing Lucy. You've got Dub J, who's in for Fury Knights. Shame he's missing tonight. He was one of the people taking it to Thomas in the championship. And Vaughan is replacing RL Cookie. And still no people on the track, which is a bit strange. Almost 2 minutes gone. You think someone will be out on track by now. Oh, there we go. Movement in the Ferrari garage. I'm hoping there'll be some sound soon, because I can't seem to hear any sound. Alright, let's what? I've got no sound. Why have I got no sound? There we go. That was odd. Right then, we've got 4 people on the outlaps. Of course, Bahrain is one of these tracks that's very hard on its tyres, so I was actually thinking before it started tonight that we might see a lot of drivers try the mediums, because the softs do not last, and doing a soft run could see you forced into a 2-stop strategy, unless you're really good with your tyres and you can do a soft hard stint. We've got 28 laps tonight, and these softs won't go. You're looking at 8 laps, 9 laps max, I reckon. As you can see, I think I saw one of the Red Bulls. He has Epic Shotguns on the medium, so he's trying the alternate strategy. Because if you can keep track position, the 1-stop is the fastest strategy around here. Let's have a quick look. Anyone else on the mediums? No. It looks like everyone is on the softs. So only Epic Shotgun is on the mediums. It'll be interesting to see if he can get in the top 10 on these mediums. Right, let's just do the telemetry. All that in. We don't need any details, do we? Actually, yeah, let's do tyres, because then we know. Actually, off snap. Leave it up. So, as we ride on board with Shotgun, oh, thank you, almost like the Monaco TV joke then, I say on board with the Red Bull, and almost like it changes to the TV camera. So then, last year's race, I bet you can't guess who won it. That's right, Thomas did. He won last year's race. He also got pole last year for a 1:25.302, so we'll look tonight to see if he can beat that time. So yeah, last year's podium, Thomas was the victory. He came first. Kegoniak was second, and Fitz was third. His one and only podium so far in 7GR, but unfortunately he isn't racing tonight, so he won't be able to add to that. As Rapio does a 26.0, so that's 7 tenths off last season's pace. So he'll want to improve on that time. What can Epic Shotgun, what can he do on these mediums? It looks like he's hit a bit of traffic. I hope they got away from him. Ooh, 127.4. That's not a great lap on the mediums. He'll probably if he falls too far down, he'll probably think he'll have to do a softer anyway, as Pro Gamer does a 25.9. So, still a lot of time to find here. An epic hit the oh dear, maybe pushing a bit too much on the second rung, and that'll be, well, that set of tyres ruined anyway. Who else on that bit? We've got Legendary. So Legendary, of course, so out of the 4 races, Legendary has been on the podium out of 3 of the 4 races so far. 1 first place, of course, in Netherlands, and he's had 2 second places. So 1 first, 2 seconds, no third place yet. So we'll see if he can make it 4 out of 5 on the podium. Of course, Gregorniak. So last week, when if you were watching, we weren't too sure. I wasn't too sure how Gregorniak crash road did. Turns out his his controller turned off. So yeah, into the wall, unfortunately. So let's see what kind of lap Legendary can set. On 25.6, decent lap there. Fozzie currently on provisional pole, 0.01 ahead with a 25.6, still 3/10 of last season's pole. Of course, with Track Evolution, one of the good things that Codemasters does actually do. We should see those times come down. Anything else? So you've got 3 other drivers on an outlap. All those guys now will be coming in. Vince David is at the start of his first lap, I believe. Let's see him. Vince David, his second appearance tonight. He was very fast in that Levens race before unfortunately crashing out in that very tricky race. That was very tricky conditions. Doesn't look like he's on a flyer. Maybe he's invalidated, because I think the track's all red, so he's probably invalidated his lap. I don't think anyone else is on a fast lap, to be honest. Dylan's done 2 laps on his softs, which is a bit of a surprise, because he's going for it. Is he going for it again? We'll see. So will Dylan go in? He's racing those tyres very hard, isn't he? Will he come in? He does, yes. So, who else we got out? Big Stu. He's just going through the first corner now. The chicane that everyone loves. Addict coming through the second DRS straight now. Actually, this is the third DRS straight, isn't it? So you've got the back straight. One of the rare tracks that's got 3 DRS zones. Obviously, you've got the back straight. You've got the coming out of turn 3 to turn 4. Then, of course, you've got the straight down past turn 10 into turn 11. And, of course, for anyone who plays this game and doesn't have ABS, turns 9 and 10, everyone's favourite corner. I'm sure there'll be plenty of lockups around that corner tonight. So, what will Anik do? 26.2. So, he'll want to go again. Not the most best lap. That's Thomas, so he is going for sector 1. Right, let's have a look at Vince Davis, shall we? 104.1, second sector. Let's see if he can put in a competitive time. Oh, 25.389. Very close. So, remember last year's pole? 25.302. So he's less than a tenth of last year's pole time. You know what? According to the game, he's done 2 laps on those tyres. So that could be a mistake from Vince David. Where is Thomas? He's just coming around turn 13. So he should be coming around the final bend now, even though the game, well, real life, this is 2 corners allegedly. Let's see what he does across the line. Will he take provisional pole? He does! 25.155. He's smashed by a tenth and a half his pole time from last season. So, interesting to see if he can go faster again. Very good lap there from Thomas to set the standard. Again, as I said, shame that Fozzie isn't here tonight. He's been the guy keeping close tabs on him. If we could have a quick look at the driver's standings, Thomas is currently leading the championship on 64 points. Surprise, surprise. Legendary second on 61, Fury Knights third on 61. So if Thomas wins tonight or scores points, he could get a gap on Fury. And then fourth place is Kagoniak with 44 points. And then you have Epic Shotgun and Addict, 5th, 6th, both with 31 points. Constructors, the Mercedes currently, well, joint top with Alfa Romeo on 64 points. All 64 of Alfa Romeo points have come from Thomas, of course, with Big Stu yet to score a point this season. Renault are third with 63 points, so good going from Renault. Again, 61 of those 63 points are from Fury, so yeah, good teamwork. Alright, anyone else in the fast lap? Oh, Dubjas as I go, across the line, 26 points. Anybody on a fast lap? It looks fast, but he's gone way off the track there. I'd be surprised if he, if that counts, because he got all 4 wheels off the track there, wasn't he? Okay, does Rob come in? Or does he go for the line? Yes, he's going across the line. What will he do? No. Well, yes, he was faster by 2 tenths, but he doesn't move up the order. Epic Shotgun out on the softs now. I say out on the softs. He's set a lap 126.0. So everyone now has set a time on the softs. So it doesn't look like anyone will be starting on the mediums in the top 10. So we should hopefully be in for a good race. Especially if the bottom 10 can keep up the top 10. We could see some good strategy games going on here. How's Legion doing? He is on a slowdown lap by the looks of it. Dove J, we've just seen him. Rob, we've just seen him. Jake on an out lap. I thought it was on an out lap. Maybe not. Fitzy on his out lap, about to start a lap as well. I think he's the only one. Fozzie, is he on a fast one? Yep, Fozzie's on the fast one. He's 0.02 up. He's got to increase by at least, well, 10th and a half if he wants to get in that top 3. As Rappy is having a good session up there with a 25.4. Let's see what Fozzie can do, shall we? Set the early benchmark, that 25.6. Half a tenth off, well, sorry, half a second, I should say, off pole at the moment. What can he do? Can he improve? 25.322, so yes, he improves by 3 tenths and goes up to 2nd place alongside Thomas on that front row. Who else was on the lap? I can't remember now. Was it Fitzy? Yeah, so Fitzy's there. Jake just about to start. Stu, oh dear. Let's ride on with Fitzy, shall we? So this corner coming up here. I was going to mention it earlier. This is not this corner. Yeah, that corner there. It's very well. It's easy to get right, but for some reason it's one of those corners where it's quite easy to get wrong as well, and you often find cars spinning and retiring around that corner. Only place really where you might see a retirement this race, so we might not see many safety cars. And Fitzy with a 125.7 puts him up in the 6th place. Decent lap there. What about Vaughan? What can Vaughan do? I believe this is his 2nd race now in Tier 1. He's got the Renault. He's got a Renault behind him. I wonder if he's trying to nick a cheeky slipstream. 120. I don't think this is going to be a good lap unless he hit him in the front. But Vaughan crosses 28th. So, yeah, well, he was 18th, but he's still 18th. But poor lap there from Vaughan. Let's see how Jake's doing. 104.8. Let's see what he can do as he comes round to the last couple of corners. So not pole, 26.1. So a second off the pace and 11th place. So now in that, if you're Jake, 11th place is where you want to be. Because he'll start on those mediums and do a one-stop. And he could be the guy that takes it to the leaders. If the leaders have to do a two-stop on those softs and Jake does a one-stop. Let's see, is it anyone else? We've got under 2 minutes left in the session now, so any driver that wants to improve their lap has to do it. And it looks like Addict's almost half a second up in the exact time, and he does a 25.7 and puts himself up into 7th position. Still 6 tenths off Thomas, but we know Addict, so far he has I don't want to say he has a mediocre qualifying, but he has a decent qualifying, as long as he keeps his nose clean. He tends to have a really good race. So we'll see. I don't want to compare him to David Coulthard, but in terms of race strategy, he's definitely a better racer than he's a qualifier. But he's still a damn good qualifier, don't get me wrong. He's faster than me by about 2 seconds, so I can't really say anything about that. What about Stu? He gets to do a lap. Here we go. He is coming to the end of his... I don't know how many laps he's trying to do, but he's leaving it late. Less than a minute on the clock now. What will Stu do? 26.4, so he is up into 16th. So Stu only a second, well, about 1.2, 1.3 off the taste. So I think Stu, I mean, the field's very close tonight. Look at that. So, the top 12, that top 13 within a second, which in real life is a lot, but in this game, that is not a lot. So there's very good drivers out there. You can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No one in the 25.8s. All the fives. So yeah, we could have an interesting end there. We've got a lot of people on outlap still, as we've got 6 seconds to go. So it says Thomas is on outlap, but it looks like he's left it too late to try and improve his time. So he won't be doing a lap. All these people on outlaps, unless there's been a glitch. Doesn't look like anyone is going to be setting a lap. And it's allowed him to start a lap after the qualifying has finished. The timing must be wrong. Gordiak retires from 9th. Oh, and a Mercedes. Ooh. He retired. Looks like he's retired on track. What does Thomas do in sector 1? Did I miss that? So there's still 2 minutes of the session left, but it's hard to see if anyone's actually on a lap or not. Rob is currently 2 tenths up on his lap. That won't move him up the order at all, but always nice to get in the 26s. So at the moment, Vaughan will be starting last, and the checkered flag has come out for those drivers. So I'm not. Must be an error with the timing screens there. Rob does a. He's lost a bit of time in the first sector there and doesn't improve. Dub J, what can he do? And he always gone white at the last corner, and that will probably be an invalidated lap. What does he do? A 27.7. So he was, wasn't a good lap there for Dub J, unfortunately. Legions is half a tenth up. Elite there. I think we've got a lot of drivers. I haven't seen Verstappen much today, have we? Let's see what he can do. Currently in 10th position. In a way, he'll probably want to stay there and get ousted by one of the drivers. But what can he do? Can he improve his time? No, he loses a 10th, so he stays in 10th position. Pro Gamer in 8th position. Thomas didn't improve on his lap, so he's still, his first lap was his best lap. Vince David, within half a tenth, 25.2. Rapier down to 5th. Will he improve his time? He does, but he stays in 5th. Oh, Anyone else got Pro Gamer? Oh, I saw him move up, but I didn't see how much he moved up. Fourth position. So good effort there from Pro Gamer. So we're good. Hopefully for a good race tonight. A lot. The field is nice, closely bunched. So then, here we are. Qualifying order. Orel Thomas on pole. 125.155. 10th and a half quicker than his previous pole last season. Vince David up there in second place. They got Legendary up in third. Pro Gamer fourth. Fozzie fifth. Top five within two tenths. Very good. Or Rapier up in sixth with a 25.3. Fitzy seventh. Addict eighth. Legion Driver is 9th. Kegorniak 10th. Stafford 11th. Epic Shotgun is 12th. Jake 13th. And that'll do for now. So I think for the first time we're not going to have Fitz and Fitzy next to each other on the grid. Oh. No more tongue twister for me. Lovely stuff. So then. Well, I'll just ask what time in the lobby. What time are we kicking off? So, Jake says we're going at 20:58. So we've got about 3 minutes. So rather than having to listen to my dull tones for the next 3 minutes, I will give you a bit of peace. Actually, so here we go. So let's have a quick look. So it looks like, I mean, this may change, but obviously the top 10 will be on the softs. Kegorniak 10th. That's so unlucky for him. Yeah. So yeah, looking good. So the bottom half. So at the moment, Big Stew, the only one starting on softs. I imagine that would change. Of course, this is just probably the game default at the moment. I imagine everyone's still figuring through their strategies, but I'll be very surprised if anyone in that bottom 10 starts on softs, unless unless that one stop is feasible, which is it's unlikely. For the people outside top 10. I mean, they'll have fresher tyres, of course, that 1 or 2 lap fresher tyres. But, well, there we go. Look, it changes. Elite Risk reckons he's going to start on hard tyres. Interesting. So we should have less than a minute before we kick off. Let's have a quick refresh just in case the game is lying. So, 2 drivers, looks like they're going to be starting on the hard tyres. Rob looks like he's chosen the softs as well. Interesting strategy. But of course, with me not being able to see the strategy, these guys obviously know more than what I do. But Bahrain is, of course, traditionally a two-stop. Unless you can stretch those softs. But the softs, they do go off rather quickly. But if you can keep a consistent time, then it might just be worth it. And it sounds like... Oh, Jake's put good luck in the chat, so I imagine that means that the race will be starting imminently. There we go. A few ticks. Oh, here's the countdown. So then, we await the red lights. The start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Round 5, Season 3. 5 lights, and we are go! Isn't a good start from Thomas? People changing, look at that, people changing the orders, down the order. Thomas, he goes into turn 1 in the lead. We've got a couple of cars going 2-3 wide. Oh no! Oh, I got lucky for Foddy. Oh no, I think he just got sandwiched. Not a lot you can do there, unfortunately. That's his chance of a race win out the window. Well, not out the window, but certainly hampered him. So there you go, look, on the board, two-stop strategy. First pit stop, lap 8-9. Second pit, I think it's at about lap 16. Right then. Have a quick look. Let's see what everyone's time. So yeah. So Rob and obviously Fuzzy on those old softs, but Rob the only one out of the top 10 to start on these softs. Everyone else started on the mediums, apart from Podgy Porter on the hards, who I saw actually has left the session. So I don't think he'll be making his way up the grid anytime soon, unless he can come back in. So Thomas, yellow flag in sector 2. It looks like Dub J's had a bit of an off. Or Stu up in top place. He's a bit like George Ruff, isn't he? He's confirmed those points again. Let's see if he can actually do anything. Pro game up to third. Misfortune. And it's a pit for Verstappen and Dub J. So 2 people pitting on the first lap. Unfortunate for them. At least for Fozzie, he didn't have any wing damage, so that's one obviously silver lining for him. Okay, Gorniak, looks like Legion Driver's fallen down the field as well. And what's happened to him? Has he got wing damage? No, he seems a bit slow. Odd. Let's see what Legion can do into this corner. We'll see if he locks up. We know that streaming does kind of make it worse. Oh! Yeah, these tyres aren't the last one with people looking up like that. So then, at the front, Thomas leads. He has a half-second lead over Vince David, who's keeping in touch. Pro Gamer in the third. Rapier in fourth. Ledgery down to, well, he's in 5th place. Alec he's up into 6th. Let's have a quick look to see position changes. So at the start, no real big winners or big losers at the top. Kegoniak's gone up 3 places from his 10th. Legion Driver could stay where he is. Big Strap 4 places. Vaughan up 6th place. 6th place from last. Fozzie down 11th. Down 11 places after that first lap incident. Of course, you've got Podgy's. Don't think he's in the lobby. You got, oh, there we go. I say he's not lobby, and he joins. Come on, Podgy, back in your car and get your way away from that grid. Fozzie currently overtaken the Red Bull of Rob. Archie Bargy going into the corner. Alright, we definitely do anything on Bourne right now, will he? So lap 3, DRS is now enabled. So Vince David. Oh, they're very close. So actually, to the front it actually says medium rather than soft medium. I wonder that's because he hasn't got any fresh softs. So then he's less than half a tenth or half a second. He will now have DRS, and I wonder if he'll be able to make a move on Thomas down the final straight. This straight isn't quite long enough to get the move done, but it does allow you to close in by that tenth or two. here. Back to tyres. The game really does look like losing the time. There's timings there, doesn't it? So, Jake, the highest of the medium runners, up in 10th position. Of course, Bahrain is a very notorious track for track limits as well, so we'll probably see a few penalties as well. But then, Thomas crossed the line. Vince David, 4 tenths behind. Will he be able to make a move into turn 1? He pulls out, and he does. Easy as you like. Thomas doesn't defend. I think Thomas knows that he can stay in DRS and maybe get back here in the second DRS straight. But no, it looks like Vince David's got some good traction out there. So, Thomas under threat from Vince David. We'll see what kind of reaction Thomas has to that. The field starting to spread out a little bit as Rob gets past Vaughan. Robber knows fresh soft tyres. Fozzie trying to make his way back up the field as Fitzy gets past Orgoniak. Oh, and had it! For the life of me, that looked like he was spinning. What a rubbish camera angle. And Thomas is still blank behind Vince David. It looks like he's in a second, so doesn't like Vince David's pulled away a little bit though, isn't he? So I wonder if Thomas will have that DRS to be able to keep up with him. Here we are then. As the leaders come round to end their 4th lap and start lap number 5. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. It's a Renault off the track. It's Doug J who's on wide there. Alright, Vince David, Thomas is too far behind. Looks like Vince David's got a lot of speed around this track. So Thomas needs to up his game if he wants to win again here today. And it looks like Legion Driver's gone into the pits. So, is that early stop? Has he got damage? Can't really see. Will they change his wing? No, so an early stop for Legion Driver. Maybe going for the under guy. He will likely come out behind Podgy Porter. So he won pretty much a clear track to set some fast laps. And as I say that, Stu, 10th place, up into the points. And he's behind Jake on his mediums. So, we've got a Jake train here at the moment, haven't we? We've got Jake, Stu, Epic, Shotgun, and Elite Risk. Ooh, Ryan Stirred here. Has Jake had an issue? He's got his wing, so it doesn't look like he's been anywhere. Everyone's favourite corner there. Turn 9 and 10. He looks like he's lagging a bit there. And Stu goes up the inside. Or can Stu make the move stick? Around the outside, he does. He makes it stick. Good driving there from Stu and Jake. Has he got some kind of issue? Because he looks like he's struggling quite a lot for grip. Maybe it's the lag, I'm not too sure. But either way, Jake now has the Red Bull all over him. And yes, Epic Shotgun is passed. But Jake now has DRS, so he will be able to get that place back. Oh, now they're going 3 abreast into turn 1. 3 abreast never usually works out. Well, it was staying there. Do you see? Elite Risk is now up into 9th position. Can he keep it? They do. Good racing from these 4. Very tight, clean racing. And Elite Risk now. Looks like he's going to go and make the Stu. He does. He goes up the inside. Lovely camera angle. One Stu sticks around the outside. Oh, great stuff from these two. Stu keeps it up. He's up into 8th position. So, let's not say anything just in case we curse Stu. But he's got 3 very fast cars behind him. Jake, well, in 11th. Not too sure what's happened there. It looks like he's definitely struggling for pace for some reason. It doesn't look like he's got damage, but definitely usually faster than that. So he's foreshadowing. You can get out the front, you can see Vince David still has that 6/10 second gap, up to 7/10 now. And Thomas, it looks like the leaders are basically staying within DRS and just keeping that DRS train going. You can see all the way down to 6th position, they're all within the second of each other. As Vince David goes pit, he goes for the pit. Goes for the pit. What am I talking? Talk English. as he goes on to the mediums. And that, of course, will promote Stu up into 7th position. But he's got Elite Risk, so he won't get the 7th for long. Elite Risk goes up the inside. Nice and easy with DRS, of course. No chance, really. And Jake has been overtaken. Ooh, he's going for epic shutdown. They're making moves for each other. And as Fozzie aims to become the 5th car in this train, and we're seeing cars swap positions quite a lot, which is good to see. Quite a few tracks recently where it's been hard to overtake. Bahrain bucks the trend, and so we've got Elite Risk, who is, he's 12, almost 13 seconds off Alec now. And of course these guys at the front, you can see, look at that, the front 5 all on one straight. What's that? 7, 1.5, 2. They're within first 5 within 3 seconds of each other. So we'll see if they pit, because Vince David has car at 11th. He's got clean air. He's 3.5 seconds behind Fozzie, who will be pitting himself soon. So we'll see, because Vince will catch up to the Jake. Well, it's no longer the Jake train, is it? But he will catch up to those cars on the fresher tyres. So we'll see if he gets held up, or we'll see how much longer the front guys go, because they're not pitting just yet. This lap on nips, I imagine, unless they try and stretch it to lap 10, lap 11, and then go to hards. We'll see what they try and do. Maybe they'll try an alternative strategy to keep the track position. As you can see, look at this. The top 5 still there, still going at it. And Vince Davies moves up because Fozzie comes in for his pit stop, his first pit stop of the night. He goes on to the mediums, so he'll be stopping again because he won't go to the end. And that's is that a wing change? I think it was. I didn't see it for some reason. Anyway, so you can see Elite is 6/10 ahead of Stu, so these 4, they're still a little bit together, aren't they? Stu is falling out of that. He's falling out of DRS range now. So Elite Risk will have some clean air, and it looks like he won't have Stu in his DRS to keep him company. That's important for Elite, because he'll want to get away. He'll want to get away, he'll want to get a gap. Because he could be in prime position. So Elite Risk now, he is in pole position for this one stop to make it work and to get some good points for himself. Maybe even a win. He's only 12 seconds behind Alex at the moment. So he's only about 15 behind Thomas. So you'll have about a net 11. Oh, as Thomas pits. And Thomas and Legendary both pit. Pro Gamer and Rapier stay out for another lap. And Alex in the pits as well. I'm sure he's doing that to cover off Alex. All 3 good, very stops there. Black tyres off, black tyres on. They're all on to the softs, and it looks like Legendary's still... yeah, they're all out. For some reason I thought there was something going on, but Vaughn, he's going to, oh, see, look at, they're all coming out in traffic now. And this will be key. This will be key. So now, we've still got Pro Gamer and Rapier. First and second, still haven't pitted. Will they be the ones to try and maybe stretch their tyres and put on the hards for one stop? Elite Risk now 13 seconds behind as Jake overtakes Stu. It looks like Jake's got some of his pace back. Don't know where he hit it. Maybe he put it in his left pocket, maybe he put it in his right pocket. Either way, he's back ahead of Stu now and up into 4th position. Stu in 5th place. I'm sure we need a napkin to clean that nosebleed in his helmet. Not too sure when the last time he was this high in the race. But good on him for having a good race so far. If he can stay in a second to Jake, he'll have that DRS. We'll see if he can hold off the front runners, as I've didn't spot this, but Legendary has gone on back onto the softs. So interesting strategy from Legendary. And that 10, we've only got one person. Time penalty, which is Dub J, down in 20th and last. And Fozzie, who's made his first stop, hasn't made a lot of progress so far. And as the top 2 pit, it looks like they've gone for the hards. So then, we've got 2 different strategies at play here. Well, 3 different strategies really. You've got Thomas, Vince David on the mediums. Legendary's gone for the softs, and the other two, Pro Gamer and Rapio, gone for the hards, and Addict on the mediums. Addict looks like he's got the warmer tyres. Will he be able to take advantage and overtake Rapio? He goes up the inside. Oh, they're going side by side. And Addict makes the move stick. So his hard tyres will take a little while to warm up. So Addict making the most of it. I wonder if he'll be able to see the gap they've spread out. So before the pit stops, they were all within a second of each other. And now you can see Pro Gamer is almost 3 seconds behind Legendary. And look at this. There's a bundle going on here behind Big Stu. As we thought that the leaders have caught them. Stu won't want to give that place up, of course. Gotta be careful, guys. Don't want to lose your wing. How's it doing that? There we go. So, Stu will get DRS, so he won't be quite a sitting duck, but he's got all the leaders behind him on fresh tyres. Let's see what Vince... Oh, look at that. He's so much faster. Stu's got no EOS. And there goes Vince David. Into the first corner they go. And Thomas under pressure from Legendary as well. Legendary's at the inside. Oh, and there's that touch from Legendary. There's a little touch from Stu. Thomas still in 7th position by this time. Legendary looks like he's trying to make a move on Stu. He does. Easily done there for him. He's now onto the back of Vince David. Oh, action here. And Jake is now fallen 2.5 seconds behind Elite Risk. So Elite Risk still in prime position here. If he can go another 2 or 3 laps, then he'll pit for the hards. So you want to pump some fast times in to make sure he doesn't come out in traffic, because we've seen already the leaders, the front 5 that were together, the front 6 that were together, they've all been spread out now. As Vince David goes to remove an epic shotgun, he does it nice and easy there from Vince. So he is now back into, well, he's still in the net first place here. And he's less than half a second behind Jake, so that'll, if Jake doesn't pit, I imagine that'll be an easy overtake for him. Of course, Legendary on those soft tyres. I wonder how long he'll go before pitting onto either the mediums or the hards. And we've got a yellow flag as it looks like Dub J off the track again in that same corner. I think it's the second time I've seen him do that now. Legion down in last position. It looks like he's had to do another... And we've got a yellow flag on the pit straight. Is that a red ball? Going slow. Epic shotgun. Oh look, he's lost a wing. He must have spun him at that last corner because he's lost. Oh, rotten luck there for Epic shotgun. And there's Stu with his first penalty of the night. I can just hear the bullshit. Oh, and that's Pro Gamer. That's Addict Nurse from on Stu. He doesn't want to lose any time, so to speak, in front of him. Addict knows he could be in for a good result tonight. Top 5 finish is on the card for him. As Kagoniak gets past Rapia. Those hard tyres still look like they haven't warmed quite up yet. As we've seen quite a lot of cars here changing positions, which is what we love to see. Vince David is now only a second and a half behind Elite Risk, so he's closed that gap down quite a lot. And Legendary is within a second of his teammate. The good thing there, I suppose, is they won't get caught up in the pits. So good than Jake, still in 5th place, so he's still on for a good result tonight with his one stop. I wonder if Legendary will go for a move on Vince David. There'll be no team orders, and Vince Legendary is on the faster tyres, but how longer will he be faster for? He's actually not making up much ground on the straight, is he? Despite having the he's got no ERS. Oh dear. So Vince now just over a second behind Elite Risk now, who's still out in lead, 12 lap old tyres, so he'll be pitting in the next lap or two as Vaughan gets his first penalty of the 5-6 speed in the pit lane. As we see some of the one-stoppers come in. Stu's in. We go onto the mediums. So it looks like Stu is going to being on a two-sort strategy. Oh, he comes out. Oh, just behind Fozzie. That was tight. I have to say I'm quite surprised, and that is a Haas. It's a Rapier. He's had a spin at that tricky turn 5, 6, and 7. He's heading off, and that's probably ruined his race. That's a shame for him because he was looking strong as well. As I'm saying about Stuart, it's a bit of an odd decision in my books. I thought usually after the top 10 you do a one-stop, bit of a no-brainer, but hopefully Stuart proved me wrong. He'll do I guess he'll do a 6 or 7 laps stint at the end. Try and maybe go for a faster lap perhaps. We'll never know. As Vince David is now less than a tenth behind Elite Risk. Will Elite pit? He doesn't know. He fakes to go into the pits. So he could have a free white situation here if Legendary can keep up. But either way, it looks like Vince David retakes the lead on track. Ooh, so he is now, he's not just a net first, he's first. So, very fast from Vince David. He's going to take some stopping tonight, isn't he? As Legendary closes into the back. Oof! Oh no! Oh, you got to hate those time penalties. You go left to avoid the car and you get a time penalty. So I think you've extended the track. It's a shame for Legendary. Thomas is only 7 tenths behind, so he'll be looking to keep on the back of Vince David because he was less than second behind, wasn't he? For the pit stops, but now he's lost out to Legendary. I think Thomas. We'll see. I mean, we saw in Netherlands he wasn't too good in traffic. He got past a few people, but he saw in that last lap where he went for the move, it didn't quite work out. As Legendary had a look at Elite Risk, but couldn't quite work out. Didn't quite work out for him. Fitzy is only half a tenth behind Kegorniak. Kegorniak's had a bit of a quiet race. You got Rapier down there in 9th position now. Bit of a lonely race for him now. He'll try and close any gap he can. Hopefully he won't spin anymore. But we're on lap 14. Pretty much half distance here, and we've still got 20 races. Looking good. As Elite Risk picks from second position. I presume this will be him going on to the hards. Yes, he is on the hards, so that'll be him until the end of the race. And Thomas has got past, and all that, Thomas has got past Legendary, but Legendary is going back for it. Thomas, oh, tight race in there. Legendary still has the grip on him. Thomas is able to make that move stick. Well done, Thomas. Now will Thomas be able to make any? Look at that, he's already within a second of Vince Davis. So Thomas, he's certainly putting his foot down, isn't he? I think some of us viewers must have been wondering if Vince David had Thomas's number tonight, but it looks like that Thomas is showing his true potential as a bit shotgun sets a fast lap. He comes in, so he'll be doing a 2-stop race Epic Shotgun. But he's got the fast lap so far. But of course, he'll need to be in the top 10 for that to count. And with a 2-stop strategy, when you're that far down, I don't think he'll be getting the extra point. Right, back to the front. As we come to the final two turns of 14 and 15. We'll ride on board with Thomas, shall we? Let's see how close he can get. He's got, and Vince David, the big wobble! Thomas will be licking his lips. He's got a lot more ERS. That's a little bit naughty, but Thomas, he's going around the outside. Vince David, runs wide. Trying to defend. And Vince David keeps the lead for now. Hopefully Thomas hasn't got any damage. I'm sure he'll be okay, and he'll go again. And Legendary's still there. Pro Gamer has now fallen 3 seconds behind now on those hard tyres. He's got Alex 6 tenths behind him. So of course Pro Gamer will likely be going to the end now. So, I say Pro Gamer's 3 seconds behind. These guys on the softs and mediums will likely, obviously we know Legendary will be pitting again. But Vince and Thomas will probably pit again, you imagine. And that will put Pro Gamer in prime position for victory here if he goes to the end, which I'm sure he'll be wanting to do. He's got the gap to under 3 seconds now for Legendary, whose soft tyres are probably going off, and that WJ going off again. No, it's the other Renault. It's Podgy Porter. The Renaults, they don't like that 5, 6, 7, do they? It's the third time Renault's gone off in that section. Back to the front. It looks like the timing screens have broken because I don't think Thomas is 2 tenths behind. More than that, he's about half a tenth behind probably. There you go, 7 tenths. Not using much ERS, is he? I think you can see Thomas. He looks like he's biding his time again. He's got his tyres. He's got 2 laps fresh of tyres. So, and that's another yellow flag. That is another Renault. It's Podgy Porter again. As he had a spin around that tricky turn 12, the one I mentioned in qualifying. So back to the front. You saw on that straight there, unless the graphics were lying to you, you saw that Thomas wasn't using the ERS. So it looks like Thomas could be biding his time. Legendary's now fallen away by a second half, so he's no longer got ERS. ERS? He's no longer got DRS on the front 2, and he will be pitting again probably in the next 2-3 laps to put on the mediums to the end. We've got Kagoniak to Alex, still half a second behind Pargano, not being able to make a move with him just yet. Also, knowing Alex, he's one of these drivers that can eke out the tyres. You know, he's done 9 laps. He picked the same lap as Vince David. So we'll see if he can go to the end, because that will likely be an Alex thinker. He's one of those drivers that will try and eke out tyres as much as he can. And they've both, well, he's got a bit more ERS than Pro Gamer. Let's see if he can do anything. We're on board. Lucy inside. Looks like a clean overtake. Not too sure that's team orders, but Alex takes that position. Now, will he be able to keep Pro Gamer behind down this DRS straight? So, no, not quite fast enough. So Alex up into 4th position now. And he'll be looking to hopefully close him on Legendary. Thomas still 4 tenths behind. Keeping it very close to Vince. Just let him know he's still there. Make a mistake, Vince, and Thomas will be there to mop it up. As we see a pit shotgun. Sorry, that's Rob. Sorry, back in the pits. He's coming for his last pits. He's on mediums until the end now. Verstappen having a very quiet race down in 17th. He put the hards on 2 laps ago, so yeah, quiet race for Verstappen. He's usually at the forefront. Stu up in 12th. He has to pit again, of course. So unfortunately, I don't think he'll be anywhere near the pits. And of course, the Renaults 19th and 20th after all their excursions. Legendary now 3 seconds behind the front 2. Those tyres he must be really feeling those tyres at the moment. As he comes in, I'm sure he'll put the mediums on to the end now. Yep, mediums. That promotes Alex up into 3rd place, who still has Pro Gamer behind him. And Vince David with 3 seconds, and we missed it because Thomas Thomas not only got past, but Vince David also now has a 3 second time penalty for track limits. So then, Thomas now takes the ball by the horns. So Thomas now his favourite for this race. But we can't discount Pro Gamer just yet. Thomas will likely still need to pit. He'll probably pit if he is going to pit, he'll either pit this lap or he'll go and have a couple and put softs in again. We'll see. He might try and eke out his tyres. Obviously, we can't see how damaged they are. As Podgy Porter in the Renault goes for a spin around that tricky turn 12. We've all done it. Yeah, unlucky Podgy Porter. So I wonder if Vince Davis, he's got no ERS, so he's not going to be able to make much. I think he's one of these drivers, Vince David, that just uses all the ERS up as soon as he can. Thomas, you can see in front, he's not even using his ERS. Vince isn't even He's closing a little bit, but not enough. Alex, third place. He is almost 4 seconds behind. Of course, he doesn't have the benefit of DRS, like Vince David to keep up. But Alex, I think he's on for a podium if he can keep those tyres going. As Pro Gamer is still within, well, he's just over half a second behind Alex. Rapia back up after a spin. He's back up into 5th position. So a good recovery here from Rapia. And Elite Risk, he's 6th. So the first of the one stoppers. Let's have a quick look at penalties were fine. So stops. So yeah, you can see the top 6 only made 1 stop so far. We know that Legendary's been in for a second stop now, and he's on the mediums. So he'll be on the mediums to the end. Elite rest first of the proper first stoppers, who started outside the top 10. Rapid will be going to the end, of course, and Pro Gamer will be going to the end. And Vince, 9/10 behind Thomas now, so he's slowly falling back. And Thomas, will he get DRS here? Nope, but he does go into the pits, and Vince Davis covers him off. So both drivers into the pits. Is it another set of mediums, or will they both? Oh, it looks like is that a pair of softs? I think it is. It's softs. It's softs with Vince David. Thomas goes for softs as well. So a bold last strategy for these two. Interesting. This is hopefully going to be it for a good race, because these two will hopefully catch up Pro Gamer and have a good end of the race. As Rapia moves up into 3rd place. And Kay Gordiak sets the fastest lap of the race for 28. Oh, and that's a Williams. Is that Dylan? Yep, unfortunately that's Dylan with an off around the famous turn 12. Oh, he's gone again. He's those hard tyres, they're going to be boiling hot, Dylan. You need to not wheel spin, because you'll make it worse. Right then, Addict inherits the lead then. If he doesn't stop, he will be in... It'll be interesting to see if his tyres will hang on. He's still got Pro Gamer, his teammate, right behind him. Knowing Addict, he'll be thinking, shall I stop? Shall I stop? Yeah, he's got his teammate right behind him, so it looks like the Addict got past, but obviously he hasn't been able to pull away as Thomas gets past Rapia. I wonder if Vince David will get past him pretty easy as well. So we'll have a look and see if we'll stay with Addict as he doesn't pit. So will Pro Gamer be able to overtake? They've both got low ERS. As he puts it over the inside. Ooh. Okay, the McLaren's going side by side here. Good racing from these two. Pro Gamer has the lead for now. He's also got DRS. Side by side these corners. And it looks like Pro Gamer has the lead for now. So I wonder if that will change Addict's mind about pitting. Now he's lost the lead. I wonder if he'll want to come in for those softs now. Or he could try and stay behind Pro Gamer and get that second and maybe try and get the win. We'll see if he falls behind, because his medium tyres are going to be hurting about now. But Alex is very good at looking after tyres. So we'll see what he does. Thomas up into 3rd place then. Vince David past Rapia. Legendary, he's only under 4 seconds behind Rapia. So he'll be looking to get to 5th place. Elite Risk, 7th position. He's got Gorniak right behind him. With Fitzy in 9th. Jake, of course, in 10th. Had a nice little Sunday drive all by himself. He's got Stu for company, but of course Stu will be pitting again. I imagine Stu will pit maybe this lap on the next to go for the softs to the end of the race. As Fozzie, who's back on the softs, gets past Vaughan. Got a peculiar overtaking place even before the corners come in, but that's what fresh softs does for you. As Epic Shotgun is now on thing, and Thomas 1:27.7. So he's at the fast lap of the race. He's now 12 seconds behind the top 2. So 12 seconds in 6 laps. 2 seconds a lap. Is it possible? Is there a way to see what their last lap was? I don't think so. So, if you go by the fastest lap, Thomas is... Oh, Vince David has got the fastest lap now. You can't imagine Addict and Programmer doing this time, so that you would say they're about 2 seconds a lap quicker at the moment. Especially by the fastest laps. Because, yeah. So let's have a look. So, position changes. Addict up 6 places. Programmer up 3. No one really stands out. There's a lot of other than because obviously a lot of the guys down here have lost a lot of places. Vaughan up 8 places from 20th. Solid drive from him. It's not spectacular. Fozzie, of course, who was one of the favourites to win the race, but unfortunately he had that. He got caught in that lap one sandwich. So yeah, unfortunate for him. So you can see at the top 10 we've got a wide spread of tyre choices. Got the leader with hard tyres, and I think you can safely say now that Addict is not going to be pitting again. So the question is now, can Addict get back past Pro Gamer, or will he just settle for second place? He knows his tyres will be going off, so he'll be wondering, can he keep Addict behind him? Can he keep it clean? Because, you know, as soon as he gets a penalty, Addict will be grabbing that thing. And Thomas now is only, look at that, the gap is down to 8.7 seconds already. So yes, 12 seconds in 6 laps. Oh, now it's down to 8.5 in 5. So he's very much on course to catch these two before the end of the race. And Vince David is now 2 seconds behind Thomas. So you can see now Thomas probably showing some of his true pace now. He may have been sandbagging a bit earlier, but now look at that, another second has come out of the gap. 7.5 seconds now. You have to wonder how... I don't think you can really tell. You can see, actually, look, I think you can actually see on Addict's rear tyres, you can see the blistering actually. Never really noticed that before. And if we go on to... Well, they're on everyone's tyres, aren't they? No, Thomas's tyres still look a little bit fresh. So yes, look, you can see. But hey, the game just like right. So then, Pro Gamer, can he hang on? He's all the gap down to under 7 seconds. 25, 26, no, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 5 laps left. Quick maths. I'm so good at maths. Right then. Vince David now back under 2 seconds behind Thomas. He got the DRS, I believe, off that Williams. Rapier has fallen 6.5 seconds behind. Legendary is 1.5 behind Rapier. Legendary will be looking for that podium to keep that streak going. Okay, Gorniak, who's a bit of a quiet race today. He's usually near the front. So you can see. I don't think anything. I can't remember anything happened to him. As I watch, Fitzy actually is now actually battling Kate Gorniak. Both on similar tyres. Oh, this is not a place you want to go side by side, fellas. Let's see if they can keep it on the road. They can. Ooh, bit of a lock up there from Fitzy. And that is cool. You definitely don't want to go side by side. Let's have a look. Ooh, another lock up from Gorniak. But he keeps the place for now ahead of Fitzy. Elite Risk in 9th place. That one-stop strategy hasn't quite worked out, but it has got him points. So, yeah, that's all good for him. Jake, 2.5 behind Elite Risk. He'll be set for a point. I imagine, unless he makes a mistake, I imagine he'll be able to keep that gap to Fozzie quite easily. And Stu's still in 13th after his final stop. He's a 2.5 behind Vaughan. So then, Addict now 3 tenths behind Pro Gamer. So, is this where Addict starts to put even more pressure onto Pro Gamer? As he actually now falls 9 tenths behind, so he's had a poor first corner. And you can see Thomas in the background, a bit like Jaws, closing in. He's just over 4 seconds behind now. We're in for a very, very exciting end to the race here. Hopefully Vince David can join them. We know Thomas is fast. Can he overtake both McLarens and claim that victory? Neither of the top 3 have a penalty, so so far this will be sorted out on the track and not by track limits, we should say. Gap under fourth, and Alec has now fallen over a second behind Pro Gamer. He's got the DRS, and he's just under a second again. But if he's right on board with Alec now, you can probably see. Does he go full throttle? He does. He's got no ERS to play with either, Alec, so he's played the game, and unfortunately, I don't think he'll be winning here today. But he's on for a podium if he can keep either Thomas or Vince behind him. And Pro Gamer looking very good for the win here. He now has 3 laps to keep this position. Thomas now 3 seconds behind. So then, as Thomas's tyres start to wear, the gap comes down not as fast as it used to. Will Thomas be happy with third place? No. He'll want that P1. That's his favourite position to be in. And you can see all the top 4 on the same straight now. Rapia, who is actually now fighting Legendary. So we'll see if Legendary can overtake him into turn 4. He's got the DRS, of course. He goes for the inside, Legendary. And does he make the move stick? They're going to go side by side here. And Legendary makes the position his. Good driving there from the both of them. And Thomas now, you can see. Oh, Alec's tyres must be really going off because he's fallen. I think he's lost almost a second in that lap. And he's falling right into the clutches of Thomas, who will probably be within a second by the time we get. Yes, see, look at that. The gap is now under a second. So, by the time we get to the detection, Alec Thomas will be in that detection. And do you know what? Thomas, he may even get a Red Bull going off at turn 1. Yeah. Can Thomas do anything on this lap? We're right on board. We'll see how quickly he can close. He's closing very fast. Alec goes to the inside to cover. Thomas, oh, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? As he goes around the outside, he's got so much better traction and tyres than Alec. Alec really just, you know, he sat there in his crown like a baby, and Thomas has taken his candy. We'll see if Alex can hold on to that third place now. He's got Vince David 3 seconds behind him. So he's got... Oh, that's Legendary! He picks up another penalty. Hang on. How many... So Legendary now has 6 seconds. So that could get Rapia back up into 5th place. Don't stop. We want tyres. There we go. So Thomas now... He's just over a second behind Pro Gamer. Pro Gamer's tyres. He's had those hards on for 17 laps now. Oh, and Alex gets his 3 seconds. Alex gets his 3 second penalty. It looks like, has he had a spin? There's a yellow flag there. But can Thomas get within that 1 second like he did to Alex? Is that Alex? Has he gone for a spin? He has. Oh no, Alec, those tyres are just too old and he's falling down the order. Oh, that's such a shame for him. But we go to Thomas, who is now, does he have DRS? He does. If he can do it on the last lap, how hard will Pro Gamer defend? He goes to the inside, Thomas goes even more inside, and he overtakes him. Oh, Pro Gamer, oh, he still sticks it in there. Thomas leaves him the room. Thomas is very kind there. But now, and now it's Pro Gamer with the DRS. So, really, we've just got one more overtaking spot for Thomas to get this victory. Can he do it? Last lap here, on lap 29 of 29. And Alec down to 10th position now. He's gone into the pits, so wing damage for him, unfortunately. By the looks of it. As Thomas goes for the traction. You know, this hasn't ever taken place now. Last chance for Thomas. How much has he got? A lot better traction. What can he do? Oh, you're in the way stream. Thomas sticks to the outside. When he go around, he does go around the outside. Pro Gamer goes to the inside. Fighting for the win here. Pro Gamer still has it. Oh, these guys fighting tooth and nail for the win here. This will be Pro Gamer's first win if he can handle on. Thomas goes for a cheeky inside. But it looks like, unless Thomas can get him into this corner here, excuse me, it looks like the win We'll go to Pro Gamer. The one stop paying off. 18 laps on these hard tyres. And it is. Pro Gamer across the line. And he wins. Well done, Pro Gamer. Well done. He held off Thomas in that last race. Very fair racing from those two. Vince David crossed the line to finish his first race in third position. Legendary, fourth position for him. And he goes down to fifth after the penalty. So Ken Gorniak, so after a couple of minutes ago, I was saying Ken Gorniak was having a quiet race down there in seventh. He suddenly joined up to fourth after penalties. And Jake will come home in ninth position. And Fozzie will get a point. And Stu in 11th place, battling Addicts. Last lap, last corner, keep it clean, you two. Stu's got no errors. Stu keeps the 11th position. Good well done, you two. Epic Shotgun, 13th. Oh, 12th, because he overtakes Addicts, because Addict got a penalty in the end there, didn't he? And so, as we wait for the others to cross the line, Rob 14th, Vaughan 15th. Legion Driver, disappointed race for him, of course. He would have been wanted to be near the front. He will cross the line in 16th. Ahead of Verstappen. Will they switch places? Nope, they're there. And as we wait for the last car to cross the line, which will be Podgy Porter, who, after all his spins, has made it past Dylan. So well done to Podgy Porter. So then, driver day, according to the game, is elite risk. Good, exciting race that was. Lots of overtakes. Dry race, overtakes. That's what we like to see. Very good race from these lot. Hard and fair racing by the looks of it. I'm sure there'll be some controversy in the comments, as I can see the other Discord going off a little bit. So then, as it stands, the provisional race results. Pro Gamer takes his first victory at 7th Gear Racing. Fourth to first with his one stop, and Thomas finishes second. Vince David finishes third with the fastest lap. Ken Gorniak, seventh. Fourth place, Fitzy in fifth, Rapier sixth, Legendary down to seventh in the end. The penalties costing him quite a lot there. Elite Risk, 8th position, up from 14th. Jake, 9th. Fozzie, 10th after that first lap spin. Good recovery drive for him. Stu, 11th, just outside the points again. Shotgun, 12th. Addict, 13th after having that late pit stop. Rob, 14th. Vaughan, 15th. Legion Driver, 16th. Verstappen, 17th. Podgy Porter, 18th. Dylan, 19th. And Dub J, the last of the runners. And so look at that. No DNFs tonight. Very good. No DNFs, no safety cars, no virtual safety cars. Very good race. Very clean race. So then, I guess I should wrap up then, fellas. We'll be back tomorrow for Tier 2. Around everyone's favourite track, Monaco, where I'm sure it's Tier 2. So we're all going to be pitting 5 or 6 times for a new wing. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. Make sure you drop a follow if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Same time, 8:30.